Alright, we are back. Hello everyone. Hello. We got more Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr for you. Jeremy, how would you feel if Mads Mikkelsen named his kid Madison? What are you going in there for? Excuse me? I selected to go into my... Oh, right. How did I end up over there when I just wanted to go into my inventory? Alright. Anyway, yeah, how would you feel if Mads Mikkelsen named his kid Madison? Guys, should I do this for another boss fight? Dudes, you're getting into those boss fights now. That's what I like to see. And how would you feel if his reasoning was, I'm Mads, and he's my son? So, he's Madison. Edison, he hated his child.
Captain, you have important news for me, I presume.
You have a very urgent message from the Caligari Conclave.
Of course I do.
New assignment, maybe.
With the Conclave, you can never know. Let me see it.
Inquisitor, I have a crucial task for you.
Of course you do.
In the light of your previous achievements, I'm certain you are the most suitable agent for this assignment. We have re-established contact with the Triglav subsector. Due to severe warp surges, communication with the subsector has been sporadic at best for long decades, and we have now lost contact with entire systems. We have simply no idea what occurred on these worlds during a century of isolation. With the receding warp surges in the region, we have been able to begin to restore order, but this is a slow process, and we have encountered certain anomalies. One of our less experienced agents has already entered the Aureus system, one of the regions that has failed to report back. We lost contact with the Inquisitorial retinue. We want you to find out what happened in that system. The astropathic relay station could be the perfect place to start the investigation.
I like how these guys are like, hey, go find the Martyr.
Captain,
But by the way, do everything else too.
System in the Triglav subsector. Do you have any updates on the situation over there?
According to my astropath, there's been a cascade of fresh astropathic dispatches from the subsector. Warnings of dissent and heresy, nightmares of abandoned void stations, empathic bursts of terror and relief. Apart from the Aureus system, which is still dark.
We shouldn't waste our time then getting there.
Yeah, so the importance of your mission kind of loses its importance when the people who gave you said mission start giving you every other mission as well. Yeah. Alright, let's do the Viper's Nest. We're gonna finish that off. My tech priest was right. I have found one of the nest of the Alpha Legion on Vismar Minoris. I have successfully eliminated the enemies of mankind hiding there, but their leader, heretic Astartes called Tarkos, escaped to an underground fortress. The task I face now is to cut off the head of the beast. It's like I'm working for Jeremy's company there, where they're like, hey, go to No Frills, but also go to Walmart in Sarnia. And then turn around and head down to Superstore in Windsor. It's par for the course of the Imperium. It seems awfully inefficient. Also, the woman giving me the missions is apparently an Inquisitor. Why can't she do any of it?
Inquisitor, be careful down there. The Hydra is a slippery, treacherous beast. If we don't act fast, it will recover. We must cut off its last head. Kill the leader of the traitors.
I agree. These heretics betrayed the Imperium, and they must perish.
No rest. No forgiveness. Glory to the Emperor.
Inefficient bureaucracy is a hallmark of the Imperium because she's subjugating children? Who? The Imperium? The lady giving me the mission? You think she's subjugating children? You're probably right. The Inquisitor's Arena? Arena doesn't subjugate children. He defeats children. He subjects children to the horrors of Viking combat. Hey, you guys fought the Obliterator. No one defeats the Obliterator. Not even Omega Theory. Oh, you know the best thing about that perk I just equipped it? I can spin to win for like 50% longer. Alright. The enemy's over here, so. Jeremy, how do you feel about the Obliterator? Like he obliterates? That was Trife's superhero nickname, or superhero name, not nickname. He went out to fight hobos on the streets of New York. When someone said that something needed to be done about the homeless problem, Omega and Trife did not quite know, or did not quite interpret that the same way. See, Omega wanted to eat them. Trife wanted to defeat them. By the way, Omega, did after we left, did you end up giving your kids the good food? Not hobos? So, as an explanation, I went to go visit my parents, I went to go visit my parents last week, and we went to go visit my, my brother, Omega, and, he asked if we were staying for dinner, and his daughter turns to us and she's like, "Please stay. They give us the good food when we have guests." I asked if you ended up giving your kids the good food after we left. You'd swear Omega feeds his kids bread and hot dog water by the way they react. Tactic rule. in the words of Omega, don't have children. I don't plan to. First off, you gotta have a relationship, most likely, to have children. And by relationship, I mean, you know, someone that you're banging. Well, I suppose you don't even need that. You can just go donate to a sperm bank, I guess, but... But then, technically speaking, you're not raising those children, so... Like when Homer in The Simpsons offers that lumberjack his sperm as a reward, and she was like, no, that's okay. And he's, no, I insist. I've always wanted to have a kid with someone and not have any responsibility. Omega's got a little sperm creation, like that Vince Vaughn movie. That happened in a Vince Vaughn movie. I don't typically watch Vince Vaughn movies because there's some actors that are really good at playing themselves, and I don't know if Vince Vaughn plays himself, but he plays the same character in every movie, and I'm not a big fan of his acting. Like Ryan Reynolds, he plays Ryan Reynolds in all his movies, but I don't mind Ryan Reynolds, so... It's got Colby Smulders in it. Do you like Colby Smulders? That's Robin from How I Met Your Mother, right? You like Vince in a movie called The Cell? But did it have Cell from Dragon Ball Z? Because if not, I'm not interested.
Not a boring day at all.
Oh no, a gas trap.
Let the stench won't go away that easy.
Maria Hill, the agents from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the Marvel movie. Indeed. Would you date Maria Hill?
You've spread the poison of your dark masters long enough. This heresy ends today.
I wouldn't. Maria Hill is, she's ruthless. Sure, if she wasn't such a bitch. That's mean. That's a mean Omega. Uh-oh.
Inquisitor, are you ready to die? Countless mouths and 1,000 eyes. The stars are his vessel. I am Alfarius, and the Hydra will devour you.
This is the second of the third.
Insane, and I will stop your madness.
Insane, you say? Tell me, which one of us desecrates the will of the Emperor with ill-placed fanaticism and religious nonsense? I pity you, poor, blind mortal.
What's going on with the floor? Why is the floor shifting? on. We got. An alpha sniper. He's almost dead. I don't care about him. Ooh, holy Senator. There we go.
Great work, Inquisitor. You have cut off the head. Now, the body will die.
Curious. I felt like the creature wanted to die. His journal could shed light on the events.
Be careful. The dark knowledge that broke his mind could await you on those pages.
Vince Vaughn is entirely unable to keep his mouth closed. Basically, anytime you see him in a movie, he has his mouth hanging open. True. Dire Tarkos, Hand of Alfarius. Cycle 18, week 672. Hard to keep my sanity these days. This will be my 5th madness. But who is counting? My mind sometimes drifts away, and then it finds me. It never sleeps, it never blinks. The beast with 1,000 eyes. A good name. A fitting name. It's getting closer with each passing day. Watching me from beyond the stars. Shouldn't stare into his eyes. Shouldn't give in. It's too late for me. I thought it was a patron of ours, but I was mistaken. It's older. Much older. Older than the 4. Soon there may be 5, when the Martyr awakens. It showed me that. Who cares? Sometimes it shows memories from eons ago, when the galaxy, reality, was young and pure. Brothers, we were born too late. False hopes, false gods. That's all we were given. It was a true god once, but he was tortured, mutilated, reforged, perhaps corrupted. No, not corrupted. It is above morality. It doesn't want us here. It showed me what's behind the veil. I saw a possible future. We were wrong. Brothers, ours isn't the right path. I must stop it. My sight is clear now. I wonder which errand boy of the corpse throne will find me. A minor detail. Dominus, brother. Inquisitor, assassin. It's all smoke and mirrors, nothing else. Find the false emperor behind the surge. The sword that will swing there. That's the only confession that Tarkos, Hand of Alfarius, Tongue of the Serpent will give you. Forgive me, brothers. These stars are not meant for us. And we level up. Look at that. Off we go then. Jeremy, what are your thoughts on Tarkos, and would you date him? Brazil, cooldown recovery rate, and minus 30% resource cost for armor skills for 20 seconds on. Ooh, okay. And passive skill point. Oh, look at that. We got Caligari credits, 10,000. With some influence here. Alright. There we go. Our next point is going to go in here. That'll complete this tree. All right. Cool. All right. Wait, hang on. I don't have the air effect. I don't. This requires me to kill 2,500 horde enemies, and we're at 2.37k, so we're not doing too bad. This requires us to kill 50 commander enemies. We're at 48. Again, not too bad. 16 out of 50 traps. Okay. Deal million suppression damage. We're not quite there. And complete 15 side quests. Well, we're at 4.
The Conclave has sent you a message, Inquisitor.
I have received word of your glorious work. You have preached our creed with the necessary force and zeal. Your task is finished. Imperial forces are busy cleaning up the rest on Dagmar Primaris and Vismar Minoris. The Emperor protects.
It sure does. During my investigation, I have eliminated a dangerous cult in the Dagnor system, which had been spreading picked recordings that were conditioning Imperial citizens to follow the bidding of a certain prophet. The prophet was a puppet in the hands of Tarkos, the leader of an Alpha Legion warband, who was trying to destabilize the entire system by inciting open rebellions and sending the rebels against important Imperial structures. I have defeated this heretic Astartes and put an end to the subversive acts of the Alpha Legion in the system, but I suspect that this was only a part of a much grander plan against the subsector. Alright. Well, let's go see what we can do next. Alright, so we can either do the main story, which is Klosterheim, or we can do the other submission they gave us. I vote doing the other submission, get it out of the way. Alright. If I can, of course. We gotta be able to find it on the damn map. Alright. So there's the Martyr. So we know where that one is, but where the fuck is the other one? If I can't find the other submission, I guess we're doing the main story. We can go a little further out though, so. I guess I could just do that. Hey, there we go. Alright. The warp surges are ebbing in the Caligari sector. Due to this fortunate turn of events, the previously isolated Triglav subsector has become accessible once again. Inquisitor Helena Gosler has asked for my assistance in the reintegration of the Auris system. I shall act carefully. The first Inquisitor who entered this backwater system has disappeared. I'll try to find his trail on a strangely desolate astropath station. Yeah, 4,000 EXP here. Guys, join Jeremy for a boss fight. Jeremy, do you wish that you were in the Warhammer universe and that you were an astropath? That would be an awful existence. What if you just kept saying penises everywhere?
I've arrived to the relay station.
Yeah, dude, let's get in there.
I need a status report.
Monastery has been inactive for 32.7 standard Imperial years. No signs of tech plagues or co-necropsy. Augury sensors indicate immobile life forms in your vicinity.
I'll take a look around. I have found the remains of an Imperial squad. They have been massacred.
Possibly of a hostile incursion, increased by 85.7%.
The question is, was this a Chaos ambush or a Xenos attack?
Other factors could include struggles among the inhabitants, due to mental breakdown, cannibalism, or the effects of mind-altering drugs.
That's quite reassuring.
So, Chaos... She referred to Chaos and Xenos as two separate things. Are Xenos just like aliens? Like unknown that aren't human? Is that what they refer to Xenos as?
This must be the welcoming committee.
Xenos are aliens, okay. Oh. Well, that guy has a very interesting existence. Hey, you got another one over here. Perhaps it's just wall art at this point. Jeremy, would you live in a town called Wall Market? No? How come? So I did a minigame in FF7 Rebirth called Cactuar Crush. You basically gotta defeat Cactuars and get a certain amount of points. And I was weirdly not terrible at it. I even did the hard mode pretty, I don't want to say easily, it took me a couple tries, but it was much easier than what I'm used to. Oh, okay, that's not good. Alright, this is gonna call for a shield activator. You did it, team. A lot of enemies that just walk towards me backwards. What's up with that?
Loading.
Oh, you guys fought the King of Kings Dragon Lord. Only Jeremy survived again. Jeremy, did you just tossing dudes in front of the boss? Loading. Or is dudes accepting his offer of for half a world and trying to betray you?
The Emperor's knight has found me.
Yeah, that went really well. Basically nothing. Okay. So, Jeremy, the last time you visited a space station, did you find that the people had succumbed to cannibalism?
Drakari.
I was wondering where
I've
she
been
was.
Expecting you, monkey. I hope you'll be a worthy challenge for me, unlike your predecessor. He was quite a disappointment. Enough! You are a mockery of a warrior, a creature of a lesser race. Killing you would be only a waste of my precious time. You'll perish soon anyway.
Oh. Well, she fucked off real quick.
What was that, Inquisitor? What is a Drukari? I don't recall meeting any of them.
You are lucky. It's likely you would not have survived the encounter. They are the Dark Elder.
When I was a child, Grexus told some disturbing stories about them. Ruthless pirates preying on the Imperium, right?
They are not simple pirates. and they are worse than ruthless. The Dark Elder are the forsaken kindred of the Craft World Elder. They revel in enslavement and torture. They are cunning and sadistic.
And now, they are here.
But to what end? The cogitators could grant me some insight into the situation.
So, we ran in. All those seeds of Nurgle were at the Craft World. So that was a Drakari base in Demon Gate Chaos Gate Demon Hunters. Dark Eldar are basically space Urukai. Gotcha. Alright. By the powers vested upon us, we, the governor of the Triglav sector, subsector, will activate the Triglav isolation protocols. We're also transmitting our plea for help on the channels available for all high-ranking agents of the Holy Ordos. During recent years, we have a steady increase in the ferocity of the local warp anomalies, which we have dutifully reported to all competent Imperial authorities, to no avail. The major sects of the Adeptus Mechanicus and the local representatives of the Navigators Guild confirm that these turbulences will soon lead to the total blockade and the trade routes in the Imperium, causing a subsector-wide separation from the Caligari sector. With the sudden burst in warp surge activity, we fear that the promised time of isolation has come, and we need urgent assistance before the travel routes become completely inaccessible. We have been receiving troubling reports from the various worlds of the subsector recently. Accounts of strange disturbances, inexplicable disappearances, sightings of unidentified Xenos vessels. It feels like some unseen force is lurking among the stars, waiting in the slowly encroaching darkness. The last conduit to the outside world, the Aureus Relay Station, still has an open astropathic channel to the sector. We have no way of knowing if this transmission will reach its destination, but we humbly request military assistance.
Access denied to the central archives from this cogitator. Proceed to the data vault, Inquisitor.
Good idea.
This station is categorized as the main communications conduit from the system to the rest of the sector. The data vault must contain all the astropathic messages that were swallowed by the Great Epsilon warp surges.
Wait, it wasn't Drakari? Like, I know the Drakari weren't in Chaos
The
Gate,
presence
but...
of Drakari explains the lack of any sign of assault on the station. The Xenos must be using the webway to strike swiftly from their portals and retreat immediately.
I shall remind you that the existence of the webway is an information free only to the chosen agents of the Imperium.
Correct. Remember that we are the Xenorite, specializing in research into Xenos relics in the sector. We have extensive knowledge of the interdimensional labyrinth, known as the Webway.
So I could use your expertise on the Drakari, I suppose.
Preparations in progress. Injecting memory stimulants into the tertiary amylogarda as we speak.
And then to utilize empathy circuits. Attempt failed. The robot, oh. It's weird to me that she keeps referring to robots as unclean ones. Yeah, it's the thing. Like, I know the Eldar weren't in Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, but I was asking if it was an Eldar base, or if other races build craft worlds as well. The name Eldar sounds familiar though, so I'm pretty sure it was them. I got a part. Yeah, that's done.
I have found the remains of the Inquisitorial retinue that disappeared in the system. This was clearly the work of the Dark Elder.
That's one mystery solved. I wonder what happened to his ship and the crew, though.
They might be enjoying the famous Dark Elder hospitality.
With all due respect, you always seem to find a way to presume the worst.
That's what makes a good Inquisitor, Captain.
Eat shit, bookshelves! Nobody likes libraries anyway. Oh, the game's actually lagging with the amount of enemies here. My character also did not activate the shield like I wanted her to. Kinda sad. Jakari are Dark Eldar. But the craft worlds, only the Eldar build craft worlds, but the craft worlds aren't Jakari. The Jakari are Dark Eldar. See. I see you there. Shaking that ass.
The data vault is empty. The machines have been destroyed.
Data retrieval charts confirm your assumption. Alpha-grade tech heresy. The fact that it has been executed by Xenos race is an aggravating circumstance.
They massacred an entire void station.
Another aggravating circumstance. Suggested approach. Investigate the human remains.
Yes, I was planning to do that anyway. They must be the corpses of the local astropaths.
Yeah. Alright, this guy happens to have paper on him. It's perfect. From now on, we must avoid all traditional channels of communication. I decided to send you this letter hidden amongst the hymnals from the archives, and I want you to destroy this scroll after reading it. He failed. What we have suspected for a while is true. Just today, in the Basilica, I became an unwilling witness to a conversation among two high-ranking officers of the Astra Militarum that revealed to me the ugly truth. We cannot trust our protectors anymore. The soldiers in the Astra Militarum, who swore upon the mighty Emperor to protect us from the Xenos threat, have become disgraceful servants of those alien creatures who are preying upon us. I have a verbal proof that a foul Xenos drug is widely used among the ranks. The alien substance possessed powerful psychoactive traits, turning simple soldiers into raving lunatics who are incredibly strong. The drug has spread like wildfire among the troops, and these alien ravers are using the substance to manipulate our men. I cannot ask you to diocese without risking any suspicion. I ask you to board a void ship under false pretenses. You'll find the official credentials in the hymnal as well. Travel to the Palace of the Eternal Dawn and warn the governor in person. You have my absolute confidence. Safe travels. Darkness has fallen on this world, and there is evil lurking among the shadows. Cardinal Bedivere. Turns out the
audio log. Relay station has been cleared. I'm heading back to the ship now. We know that the Dark Elder infiltrated the system, which could explain the silence and the apparent desolation. I will continue my investigation with this conclusion in mind.
Also, what's the difference between Eldar and Dark Eldar? Do Dark Eldar just shit their pants a lot, or? Complete the ranged Avenger heroic deed. Kill 5,000 enemies. Okay. Okay. So, like Chaos Marines then are Space Marines that fell to Chaos. Gotcha. Alright, we got a passive skill point. The Vindicare Doctrine skill tree Anatomical knowledge skill tree unlocked. I still don't know where these skill trees are that I'm unlocking, by the way. Some of them just don't show up here. There. Plus 5% melee bonus damage on melee skill use for 2 seconds. Stacked up to 10 times. Okay, so now we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'm thinking we'll start putting points here now. The next one I'm going to put a point into is going to be this one. Gotta love cooldown reduction. And then all movement skills cooldown reset upon entering exposed state. And another 3%. Plus 15% movement speed for 5 seconds on a one-hit kill. Okay. So we'll be going to learn all skills from a single tree. We did it! We got another achievement, guys. Okay. Let's look at our gear, and then it is break time again. Okay. Oops, I never sold all the other stuff I had. My bad. Got a lot of stuff this time. It's actually better. All right. Okay. It's better, but it doesn't have any like healing slots, so. Let's toss you in there. Yeah, talk to you. And now, using Jeremy's vast knowledge, we are going to quickly sell everything in our inventory. We did it. Alright, now what are you selling? Bolton Tisk pistol chainsword. Is that better than what I got? Can't tell because it says, I guess it's roughly the same. Get 20 HP, 8 HP on critical. Yeah, it's roughly the same, so no point in getting it. That one there is plus 15%. I think that's worth it. Lemon. All right. Okay, give me a sec, guys. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back, and we will kick some more butt. Don't go anywhere.